Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Yeah, hey, every day can be a better day despite the challenge. All you gotta do is leave it better than you found it. It's gonna get difficult to stand, but hold your balance. I just say whatever, cause there is no way you're around it. Everyone falls down sometime, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine.
Hey guys, it's Joker here. I'm here at Extreme Airsoft Park in Memphis, Tennessee. I have with me Mr. OT. You can find him on all sorts of social media. He's a really cool dude. I decided to ask him a few questions. If you're cool with that.
Yeah, man, I got some questions for you too.
Oh god,
but
scary.
But first, welcome. And I have something for you.
Thank you. Look at that. It's pretty dope. Fortunately, I'm not cool enough to have my own patch. Apparently.
Hey,
Mr. 15,000 followers on Instagram.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Come on now. I'm not as tactical as you are.
There's no such thing. Yeah, dude. So let's jump right into the questions here.
All right.
So
what you got?
I know your name. I don't know if you want to put that on social media or not.
Yeah.
But I want to know how you came up with your, I'm going to call it a handle, your social media name. How'd you come up with Mr. OT?
Okay, so to people who know me originally, I started off doing music, and my artist name was Mr. Off Topic. So I was just kind of like, after I left music, because it got real toxic and everything like that, so it's just, I didn't want to like change my name, but I still wanted people to kind of like, you know, I wanted to change it, but I didn't want to change it, if that makes sense. So I'm just like, people in the industry used to just call me OT anyways, so I'm just like, I'll just drop the off-topic part, and I'm just like, I'll just go by Mr. OT. It just kind of just rolls off the tongue a little bit.
That's cool. What kind of music did you do?
I was a rapper.
Rapper?
Yes.
All right.
I know. And all my stuff's still up on Spotify and everything.
Of course it is. So find them on Spotify.
I don't expect new things because I'm done with that life. So.
Okay. So when did you get into airsoft?
I got into airsoft 15 years ago. I've been doing this for a long time. Yeah. So my uncle got me an airsoft gun, like a little Walter P99 Springer. And back then, you know, I didn't know like the magazine came out, so I thought like you put the BBs in the barril.
Oh,
you know,
man, breech load of pistol.
Yeah, breech, you know, just like that, just like that.
That's awesome.
So and then it broke, and after I was just disassembling it, I saw like a little lever, and I was like, there's a magazine. Okay, let's go.
Nice.
And then I discovered it a little bit more during the earlier phases of YouTube and stuff.
The rabbit hole that everyone goes
yes.
down.
And I found a website called Shorty USA. Rest in peace. That was like and I got my first 3 that I got my folks to purchase, which were all Springers, which was like a 1911 pistol, a tactical shotgun, and a Spring XM8.
Nice. So we first met 2 years ago?
Something
like
that.
2 years ago at Bone Strike 4.
No, Bone Strike 5. I didn't go
Was it 5?
Yes, I didn't go to Bone Strike 5 was my first TCA event.
Okay. So we met afterwards at a gas station leaving Vicksburg.
Because one of your buddies got confused with Alphonse, and I got that on camera.
Yes, yep.
Well, we'll just add that clip right here.
Yes.
Well, what was it, Voodoo?
Yeah, it was Voodoo.
Yes.
The big hulking mammoth of a man. So, since we met at Milsim, tell me, what was your first Milsim period? My first
Milsim was Milsim West Caspian Siege.
You just jumped right in.
I jumped right into the deep end.
Jeez.
And I probably lasted 9 hours because this was still like the early phases of COVID, or when things were starting to open back up. I started not to feel well, so I didn't want to risk it, and I decided just to leave or whatnot. And which the guys I was playing with, which were the the Timberwolves, shout out to you guys. I don't know if you're watching, but shout out to you guys. But no, they completely understood, and you know, I went back and you know, I tested negative, so
that's good. That's
all good. Even though I caught COVID twice.
So we know your first milsim. What about your favorite milsim?
It's got to be between Bone Strike 5 and then the last one I was just at, which is Series Viking 3.
Yeah.
Bone Strike was was an awesome experience because I think that's like, I think TCA events should be everyone's first milsim because it's a great beginner's level. There's breaks, unlike Milsim West, which is like a straight 40-hour event. Like, Jesus. Yeah. But I think that was it's a great first time experience for everyone, and plus at Series Viking, that was my first leadership role at a milsim, and I was the CEO/XO for 13th SOF, or the Special Operations Forces.
Yeah, that
one's
fun. Always difficult.
That was a lot of fun.
Both of us are varying levels of airsoft YouTubers,
yes.
soft tubers, whatever you want to call it.
We're growing channels.
Yeah. So, who is your favorite airsoft YouTuber?
Oh gosh, there's a lot, honestly. I'll break it down because I have 3. Okay. No, I'm not including yourself, you know, because I do enjoy your content, but my all-time favorite is Storm. Storm's like one of my favorite YouTubers because it just shows the silliness but seriousness of airsoft.
Right.
And like the compilations are just great. And then when it comes to like tech stuff, Negative Airsoft is very underrated. He's very blunt. It's hilarious. Just the humor, especially in the UK community. Yes, but it's still great. And I also want to plug in Hell Yeah Airsoft because that was like my first collaboration YouTuber, and we really formed a really awesome friendship after that experience and stuff. And he was running Baker Company at Viking and believe in Stonebreaker as well.
Cool.
So yeah, those are my 3 channels. Okay. Like I always recommend is Storm, Negative Airsoft, and Hell Yeah Airsoft.
Okay. So based on your last answer with Storm, the next question is, do you prefer making funny compilation videos or your serious badass compilations?
I think I'm always gonna go with the funny moments because one, most of my followers enjoy the funny moments here at Extreme. That's why, you know, honestly, that's Storm actually helped inspire that, you know, because like everyone has like the not funny or unfunny moments, and you know, I've seen other people kind of don't really do that a lot. So I'm just like, you know, I understand some people do funny compilations here and there, but then they just want to focus on the badassery of airsoft. Right. And there's nothing wrong with it. I think that's great. But the thing is like, airsoft, like, you know, airsoft is silly.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we're a bunch of dudes just being all tactical.
Children.
Yes. And we're just, you know, playing with toys and stuff. So it's like, it's silly as it is. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against people doing badass moments, but show the actual side of airsoft, right. the funny moments. Those actually are the more lightheartedness, and it actually just shows what the community really is.
Right. So we all play this as a game. It's all fun and games, but once our Saturday, Sunday games are over, what do you do during the week?
Well, when I'm not editing videos, like I work. Like I'm a maintenance technician at Niagara Bottling. Nice. And been doing that for a while. I mean, it pays the bills. It helps out. So.
It'll do it.
Yes.
Buy some more airsoft stuff.
Yeah, and then I also work on weekends. When I'm not pew-pewing, I'm also delivering pizzas through Domino's.
There you go.
Been there for 11 years.
Jeez, better man than I. I can't sit in the car seat that long.
I love that though. It's to me, being in a car and just listening to your music, being in your own zone. It's calming. You don't have to deal with people until you have to get out of your car and stuff.
So other than your rapping, of course.
No more.
What are your hobbies outside of airsoft?
You know, just editing videos, traveling, just really just laying back with the homies. That's kind of, I'm a very chill, relaxed dude, so.
I feel that. So, switching back to editing videos and stuff, what are your aspirations? How do you want to grow your channel?
I think what I want to do is just continue with working with more content creators such as yourself, and because, you know, don't get me wrong, like, I like enjoying like the other big YouTube names and stuff, but you know, some of these guys have been doing it for such a long time, and I feel like the growing channels aren't really getting the recognition that they deserve. So it's like I want to continue to work with more channels that are also growing, so we can grow together as a community and stuff. Because airsoft, like, it can have its toxic moments and stuff, from seeing from other major big YouTubers and stuff. But we, you know, I want to create the more funny moments, because it's like I don't want that toxicity to continue. I rather just show the funny moments, and because, like, look, the world we live in right now already sucks as it is. So it's like we don't need any more toxicity in this community that we're in.
Right.
So cool. That's kind of like how I see it right now. So as a smaller
YouTuber with maybe have one sponsorship, that's my homies guys at ODU. I'll link them in the description. They're really cool dudes, very God-loving business owners. They're cool guys. So I know you have several sponsors.
I don't know about several.
You got Raise Energy. You got these guys. NF Strike. You have all these guys. So how do you go about getting sponsors like that?
I will say this: don't aim big. You know, it's okay just to have big dreams, like, oh, I want to be sponsored by Umbrella Armory or PTS. You know, I want to get those sponsors, but as growing channels, I think it's best to start working with other small businesses, or, you know, stuff that are just coming out. Show that you're really interested, and don't expect free shit. Because, like, I think that's what, when people think of sponsorship, they're like, oh, he just gets free shit or whatnot. It's like, no, it's like, I don't go and support a company that like the brand I wouldn't use. Like for example, like NF Strike, they're based out in China. I purchased their samurai armor because I'm like, that's cool as hell. Like, come on now. Like, I don't see that. It's unique armor. And so I saw US Airsoft had tagged them on Instagram. So I followed them. I started tagging them on Instagram, saying, like, I'm rocking the armor as well at Milsums, or when I'm here, or go to other events, other fields that I travel to. And, you know, we just started talking a lot more, and then it just kind of turned more into like a friendship. And I think when you start doing that to other businesses, like, that's when you actually start growing together. Like, those guys are going to help you just like you're going to help them. It's kind of it's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine type deal.
It's a business deal.
It's a business deal. And then also it's kind of like, for example, like with Raise, I discovered them when I went out to Missouri and I played at Missouri Airsoft Site and Simulations. They had some guys there that were sponsored by them, and they like literally the week before that event, I had a bad experience with a Monster energy drink. I'm never drinking energy drinks again. And the guy was like, hey, you want to try this? And I was like, I don't really mess with energy drinks like that, so but I'll give it a try, because he was explaining that it has muscle builds, electrolytes, there's no sugar, you know, and all that. Like, it's full of electrolytes and everything. I mean, the flavors taste amazing too.
Watermelon
frogs. So I think when it comes to stuff like that, like, I don't support products that I personally wouldn't do, and that's, you know, so it's kind of like because there's been Instagram messages that I've received where they're like, hey, we'll let you try this and such, it'd be like a watch company or whatnot. Like, I don't do watches, so it's like, you know, it's like, that sounds cool. And then plus I did my research, and they're selling like $200 watches, but like I go to another website, it's the same watch for like 15 bucks. So I don't want to like scam like my subscribers and my fan base and stuff like that. So it's like, another important thing is always do your research.
Cool. Well, that's all the questions I had for you.